Hi, I'm Mrs. Curtis Chapman, and I'm the director of Bishop Hartley Theater and our performing arts teacher. I'm here to introduce you to A Midsummer Night's Dream. Our actors worked very hard on this particular show to make sure they spoke Shakespeare's heightened language with clarity and had a little fun with it and did some ensemble storytelling. We had a little bit of a rough week for our tech week, and in fact what you are going to see is our one and only dress rehearsal in our space. So we're so excited that you could join us for this particular production, and we hope that you enjoy it. If you're interested in learning anything else about Bishop Hartley Theater, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can email bh.theater@bishophartley.org. We look forward to hearing from you.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but, oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves into night, for nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like a silver bow, new beds in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth of merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth from funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp.
Happy be, Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Send forth Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonshine at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, knacks, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my noble lord, if she will not consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our laws.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax by him imprinted, and within his discretion to leave the figure or to disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eye.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I know not by what power I am able, nor how it may concern my modesty, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to observe forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to wed Demetrius, you can endure the livery of a nun, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for high austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him. And as she is mine, I say they shall be married.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked. If not with vantage as Demetrius, and which is more than all of these boasts can be, I have a love that beauteous Hermia. Why not should I then prosecute my right? Demetrius I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes, in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, Egeus, you shall go with me. To you, Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What's cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses dare to fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could be seen from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
No cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or misgrafted at respective years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged, too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell to choose love by another's eyes.
or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it as momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, as short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
And if true lovers have ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patient, because it is a customary cross, as due to love, thoughts, dreams, sighs, wishes, tears, poor fancy followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town. There I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's dove, by that which knitteth a soul's and prosperous loves, by all the vows that ever men have spoke, and a number more women have ever broke. In this same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair young un sang. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air. More tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds peer. The sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being mated, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate him, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly for Helena is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty would that fault or mine.
Take comfort, sweet Helena. He no longer shall see my face, for Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helena, to you our minds we will enfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearls in the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth still steal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I upon faint primrose threads, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens we turn away our eyes to seek new friends in strangers' companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Take keyword, Lysander. We must starve our sight till quarrel midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, a Jew, as you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I'm goddess fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is when Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind, if any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he's so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius hailed on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hailsome he from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But Heron me and I to enrich my pain, to have the sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You are best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. This is the scroll of every man's name brought fitched through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night. First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then call the names of the actors, and so grow to a point. Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe. A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I follow. Nick Bottom, the Belgian.
Ready, name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are put down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move stars. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to Terracadon, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibious cars shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish baits. That was lofty. Now, name the rest. This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows man.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, are to take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That is all one. You will play into the mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I shall hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe. Ah, Pyramus, thy lady dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lover dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Raman Starwood, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's father. Tom Stout, the tinkerer.
Here, Unicorns. You must take Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father, and Snug the Joiner? Yes. You, the lion's part, and I hope yours a blade fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roar. Let me play the lion too! I will aggravate my voice so, and I shall roar and make the dude say, let him roar again! Let him roar again! If you should do it too terribly, you would frighten the Duchess and the ladies enough that they would shriek! And that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, to bring a lion among ladies. They would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as sweet as any sucking dove. I will roar you as 'twere any nightingale. You must play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a most gentlemanlike man, as one would see in a summer's day. Thereby you play no part but Pyramus. Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in? Why, what you will. I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and gray beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow. And some of your French crowns have no hair at all. You will play it barefaced. Well, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, desire you, and beg of you that you come by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace woods, a mile without town. For if we meet, and there will we rehearse, for if we be in the city, we'll be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of such our play wants. I pray you fail me not. We shall meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu. I have to do so, maybe. And I not hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall, the pensioners feet, in their gold coats, spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors. In those freckles live their saviors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hated pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his rebels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath. For she, as her attendant, had the lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest's wide. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make him quiet, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the curtains, and fruitless make the breathless housewife churn? Misty night wanderers laughing at their harm, those that Hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that very wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. Or sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, and down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax him in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But broom fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill-met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon, fairy skip thence! I have forsworn his company.
Tarn rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady, but I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland. Why art thou here come from the farthest seat of India, but that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and your boreal love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give them joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, blancen my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Dost not thou lead him through the glimmering night, and make him with their eagles break his faith?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the midsummer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or on the beach's margin to the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Shh! The human mortals let their winter here. No night is now with him or care or blessed. Therefore, the moon, governess of the floods, paling her anchor, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on Oldheim's thin and icy crown, and Otter's chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the maids of grown by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Or should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and full often hath she sat with me and gossiped by my side on Neptune's yellow sands. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I bring up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you'll patiently dance in our round, its young leggles, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright thy longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pack! Come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song. I remember. That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal, throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on, in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once, The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. Next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, or bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make it render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, abode within this wood, because I cannot meet with fair Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you draw not from iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your hard draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot, love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fall on you. Use me as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worship place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect within me, than to be used as you use your dog?
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that is not night when I do see your face. Nor doth this wood lack words of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I'm alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. The dove pursues the griffin, and the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless be, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I'll not stay thy questions, let me go. Or if thou do follow me, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
Ah! In the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set scandal on my sex. We cannot fight where love is meant may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere you do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye. Here it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme grows, and where the oxlips and nodding violet blows. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances of delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me at the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute, hence, some to kill cankers on the musk rose buds, Some were with rearmise for their leathern wings to make my small elf's coats, and some to keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
Despite snakes lit the whole time, for either trust he not seen. Just send one to come not here, heart of fairy queen.
Sing our sweet lullaby, never harm nor spell nor charm. Come on, lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here, and to warm naked spinners hence. Beetles black do no approach, worms and snails do no offense. Fill the with melody, sing our sweet lullaby, never harm nor spell nor charm. Come on, lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby.
Hence, away, now all is well. One, aloof, stand sentinel. What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristle hair, and thy eye that shall appear when thou dost wake, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Farewell, you faint of wandering in the wood. And, to speak troth, I have forgotten our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Lend you out of bed, for I upon the spade will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One bed, one heart, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms, shaded with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom meet and I, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, must pursue my manners in my pride. Hermia meant to say Lysander lie. But, gentle friend, for love and for courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation may as well be said, if serves as a virtuous bachelor and maid. Good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er altered till sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I. Then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all this rest.
With house that wizard's eye to make me press.
Through the forest have I gone, But Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's course and stirring love. Like Silas, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy island. So awake when I am gone, for I must not to Oberon.
Stay, but kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this long chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace.
Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies.
For she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? But who is this? Lysander? On the ground? Dead or asleep, I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run to flatter I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helen, nature shows art, and through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vital name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. Oh, what though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? But Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content? With Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a seagull for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you're the worthier maid. Things grow and are not ripe until their season. So I, being young, till now ripe not to reason. And now touching the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, which leads me to your eyes, where I've o'erlooked love's stories written in love's richest butter.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess. I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady one man refused, should another, therefore, be abused?
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive. So then my surfeit and my heresy, I'll all be hated, but the most of me. And all my power addressed to her love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Me? What a dream was here! Oh, how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat there smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Speak no word? No sound? Oh, speak of all loves, how I do swoon with fear. No? Then I will perceive that you are nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, pat. And here a most marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This patch of green shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Prince, what sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which
The ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Fire Lakin, a parlous here.
I believe we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have advice to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. For the better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear. Very well. We will have such prologue, and it'll be written in 8 and 6. No, let it be written in 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
I grant you, friends, to bring a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must say he is not a lion.
Nay, no, you must name his name, and how his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I'm a man as other men are. And there, indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the joiner. Very well. We will have such prologue. Though there is 2 hard things. That is, we must bring moonshine into the place where we play our play. For, if you would know, by moonshine did the lovers meet.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look at the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine! Yes, it doth shine that night. Well, then we shall leave a casement of the great chamber window, where we play, open, and the moon shall shine in at that casement. Aye, or else one must come in with a lantern and bush of thorn, and says he comes to disfigure, or to present the person of moonshine. Though there is one more thing. That is, we must bring a wall into the great chamber, for, as the story says, Pyramus and Thisbe did speak through a cheek in a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you?
Bottom, let man or other must present wall. Let him have some plaster or loam or rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper. Well, if that is so, then all is well. Come, every mother's son, and sit and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you speak your speech, answer is about hawthorn break, and we will do everything as according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy? What, a play tour? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, you begin. Thisbe, you stand forth. Thy flowers odious savor sweet. Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I shall to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus the ne'er play here.
Must I speak now?
Marry, must you, for you understand he goes but to see a sound that he has heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like red rose on triumphant briar, most frisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse, that deck would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Nini's tomb.
Ninus, tomb. Man, you must not speak that yet, for you answer that to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter! Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh. As truest horse, yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine. Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! Oh, fly masters! Fly masters! Run! No!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bogs, through crush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire. And I'll neigh and bark and grudge and roar and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is their knavery to make me afeard. Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see of thee? What do you see? You see an asset of your own, do you? Bless thee, Bottom. Thou art translated. I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, so that they shall know that I am not afraid. The ousel cocks so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
Oh, what angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song, or coo, gray, whose notes so many a man doth bark and dare not answer nay. For, indeed, who would set their wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cry, cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled of thy shape, and thy fair virtues doth force perforce move me to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, love and reason keep little company together nowadays. No more the pity that some honest neighbors do not make them friends. Nay, I can blink upon occasion.
Thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, for if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I would have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and I'll purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Please, Blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready. And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his books and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glow from his eyes, have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not to him else, and to him courtesies.
Hail, Royal.
Hail. The hail. I cry your worship's name. I beseech your worship's name. Cobweb. Good Master Cobweb, I shall desire you more acquaintance. If I cut my hand, I shall make bold of you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas Blossom.
Pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you more acquaintance. I beseech your worship's name. Mustard seed. Good Master Mustard seed, I know your patience well. That same giant like Oshbeef hath devoured many a man of your house. But I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silent.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, and what it was next came in her eye when she most dote on in extremity. There goes my messenger. Madame, mad spirit, what night you now wants this hundred girls?
My mistress with a monster is in love. to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals who worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented to their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my minute comes, when they can spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet-painted chuffs, many in sort, with rising and cawing at the guts report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So I to sight away his fellows fly, and here at our stamp, o'er and o'er what falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fear thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lashed the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, for I have used thee worse, for thou hast given me caustic curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being shoes and blood plunged in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he was to me. Would he have just stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe it as soon as the earth may be forward and may the moon send her creep. It can't be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
How dog! How cur! Thou hast tried to be past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never to be numbered among men. Oh, once, tell true, even for my sake. Thou hast looked to find him being awake and kills him sleeping. Oh, brave touch! Could a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did, for with doubler tongue, thy gown serpent never has stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. From thy hated presence I part so, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while, I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate overruled, one man holding troth, a million failed, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wit, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer with sighs of love, and how costs the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. All charm as I against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinking apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mystify me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then shall two at once woo one, and that must need be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Shut up.
Why should you think that I woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. But when I vow, I weep. In their derision all truth appears. How can these things at least seem scorn to you when bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears and a poor maiden's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so. For you of Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, in all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena, to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest I sojourn, and now to Helen is it home returned. There to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from his eye to functions hates, the ear were quick and apprehension makes. Whether it doth appear at the same stead, if his hearing double recommend, thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found, my ear, I think it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be. Lo, now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport with spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bake thee with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, all the sisters' vows, the hours we've spent, and we had chid the hasty foot at time of parting us? Oh, is all forgot? All the school days, friendships, childhood innocence? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in mocking your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury. I am amazed by your passionate words, but I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me. Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And may your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so fresh within his soul, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so ingracious you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise. I understand not what you mean by this. I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Hold the sweet Jessa. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent. Sweet, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat. I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. My threats have no more power than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, we're too tense all this.
Away, you foul deformity.
No, he would seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Lysander, I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust anything you say.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What harm could you do me? Greater harm than hate. Hate me? Wherefore, oh me. I must bear as I was erewhile. Since now you loved me, since now you left me, in earnest shall I say?
I, and by my life, never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. 'Tis nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
You juggler. Hang your blossom. You thief of love. Have you come by night and stolen my lost heart away from him? Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fine! You counterfeit! You puppet! You puppet? Aye, that way comes the game. She had perched her height in her personage, her tall personage. She had prevailed with him. Have you grown so high in his esteem because I'm so dwarfish? So low? Speak, how low am I? Speak, how low am I? But I am not so low that I cannot reach into my eye. I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. In no gifted islands and shrewishness, I will break thee for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can punish her. Lower? Hark again! Good, Hermia. Do not be so bitter of me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, and never wronged you. Seeing that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stuff unto the Lord. But he had given me hands, and threatened me to kill me, spurn me, and strike me. And so now, I let quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. But I will. You see how simple and how fond I am. Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you? A foolish heart that would leave here behind. What? With Lysander? Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her place.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce. Nothing but low and little. Why must you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, ye dwarf, ye bee, ye acorn!
You are too officious, and Herbie Hacklet scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not in Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show above her, thou shalt buy it.
Now she holds me not. Thou follow if thou darest to try who's right, and thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheat by Joel.
You, mistress? This quarrel is long of you. Nay, not go back. Your legs and mine. I do not trust you. I no longer stay in your company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, Val, to run away. I'm amazed and not know what to say. This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakes.
or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you say that I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin color now anon with drooping fog, as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like the Lysander sometime friend thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death-turned face sleep, with the leaden legs and bag wings doth creep. Then crush this arm into Lysander's eye, that whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with blunted sight. When the next wave all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers went, with thee whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy king, this must be done with haste. For night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger.
I with the morning's luff have oft made sport, and like a forester, the gross night tread even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into salt yellow gold his salt green streams. But, notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Drawn and built, drawn. Here, filling, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? In some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou crying to the stars, telling the bushes thou look'st for wars and will not come? Come, recreant, come thou child, all with thee was a rod. He is defiled and brought a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I followed fast, but half faster he did fly. That following am I in dark, uneven way. Here I'll rest me. Come, thou gentle day. For if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest. For well I wot, thou runs before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay then, thou monarch, thou shalt find this year, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Fate has constrained me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company to tasks. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Get the 3. Come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so woe, betabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can no longer keep up with my desires. Here I'll rest my head with break of day, Heaven suffices if they need a break.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou shalt takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb shall be known, that every man shall have his own. In your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and sit musmost in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get you your weapons in your hands, and kill me a red-tipped humblebee on the top of the thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in this action, Monsieur. And, good Monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not, for I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knee, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing but to help Cavallari Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass that if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let us hear the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a puddle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Oh, how I do begin to pity this poor sight. Welcome, good Robin. A meeting late with her behind the wood. Seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her. And fall out with her. For she, as Harry Templeton, had rounded with cornets of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I had my pleasure taunted her, and she, in mild terms, begged my patience. I then did ask for her changeling child, and with strength she gave me, and her fairies sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I'll undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle buck, take this transform and scalp them off the head of this Athenian swain, as he awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, with these to fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, be as thou wast wont to see. Dian's butter, Cupid's flatter, has such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Ah! How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Be silent a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call. And strike more dead than common sleep of all these fine sets.
Music, how music, such as charm and sleep.
Now when thou wakest in thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now, thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence said, trip we after night's shade, we the cloak and compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it was this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester, for now our observation is performed. And since we have the ballad of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds that echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Athens once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. I never heard so gallant chiding before. Besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual pride. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so fluid, so standard, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew. A cry more tuneful was never hollow tuned nor sheared with horn. Judge when you hear them. Soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Pyramus, and this Lysit, and this Demetrius is, and this Helena, Nedar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hear in our intent, and here in grace for our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, with the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds must accomplish now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes such a gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply nasally, half asleep, half awake, but as yet I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and I do be thinking so it is. I came with Hermia here. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might be wed without the peril of the law.
Enough! Enough! My lord, you have enough! I make the law upon his head! They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, therefore defeating you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of my eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, there I saw Hermia. But, like a sickness, did I loathe this food. But, as in health, now I do wish it, love for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Oh, and since the morning now is something worn, our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity.
Cosmopolitan! These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-up mountains, turned into clouds.
So many things. I think I see things with parted eyes.
There's so many things. And I found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dreamed. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I shall answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi ho! Fair quits! Float the malice mender! Stop the tinkerer! Starveling! God's my life! Sullen Henson left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream was. Man is but asked if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patch full if he will to offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write me a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death!
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of, for I doubt he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible, for there is no man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Aye, and the best person too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made then.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom! Thus hath he lost 6pence a day during his life. He could not have scaped 6pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Bottom! Almost happy hour! Almost courageous day! Masters, I'm to discourage wonders, but ask me not, for if I tell you, I am not true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it fell out. Tell us, sweet Bottom. Not a word of me. All that I will say is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps, every man look over his part, for the short and long is our play preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not he who plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most of your actors, eat no onion nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say that it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers are mad that have such seeming brains, such shaving fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. Such tricks have strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesses than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of the torturing hour? Call illustration.
Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time if not with some delight?
There's a brief comedies for to read. You have choice to put your hands to see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That have I told men loud and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen, critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. Well, how shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which says brief I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, not one player fitted, and tragical it is, my lord, for Pyramus therein doth killed himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the sun of loud laughter never shed.
Or then did you play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which have never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled in their ungreft memories for this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have seen it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless it confides sport in their intents, extremely stretched and con with cruel pains through your service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness of charge, and duty against service carriage.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
They say they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merits. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity in least speak most to my capacity.
And please, my lord, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we affect, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to affect, but with goodwill, to share our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Think but we come but in despite. We do not come as meaning to content you, but we come all for your desire. We are not here as meaning to that you should repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt, he knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord, it is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but a wonder wrong till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink they are content to whisper. And there, at the which let no man wonder, this man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn doth presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nina's tomb, there to woo. And this grisly beast, lion's height by name, Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, and lion, tarring a mulberry shade, mantle did slain. And on comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarring in mulberry shade, his dagger did drew, and died. And for all the rest, let wall, lion, and moonshine, and lovers twain, our long discourse. Here they are.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I wanna snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this, the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lyman Hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
Oh, grim looked night! Oh, night, with you so black! Oh, night, with art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine. And thou wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy chink to which I blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield ye well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No! In truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. It shall fall pat as I told you, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, beloved, my soul and my bones, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thine stones with lime and hair now in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the jink. To spy and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love, thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander I am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, to the fates me kill.
Not Shuffleus to Procris was so true.
As Shuffleus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole in this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou meet me at Ninny's tomb straightway?
Tight life, tight death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus away, wall doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, then they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion doth in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come and strike into this place, for pity on my life.
A very gentle beast and of a good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, the ere I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon's present.
Why, he should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and the horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present, and self the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I'm a-weary of this moon. What he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way, but yet, in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, I, the man in the moon, this dog, my dog, this thorn bush, my thorn bush.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is all these two. Where's my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shone moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittery gleams, I trust to take of truest this sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful doll is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood? Oh, approach, ye furies fell! Oh, fates, come, come! Cut thread and thrum, quail, rush, conclude, and quell!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, since thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Out, sword, confound, out and wound that path of Pyramus. I, that leapt path, where heart doth hop, thus die I, thus. Now I am dead, now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Oh, moon, take thy flight. Now, die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace man, for he is dead. He has nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, you might get recover and prove an ass.
How come Thisbe is gone before? How come Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
Oh, she will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
I hope she will be brief.
A mote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She hath already spied him.
And thus she means videlicet.
With those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? What then? I don't. Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak, quite dumb. Dead, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow houselit cheeks. I'm gone! Lovers make moan, his eye for as green as leeks. Oh, sisters sweet, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore, with shears as thread of silk. Tongue, not a word, come, trusty sword, come, blade my breasted brew. Farewell, friends, thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu,
Now Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Walt too.
No! I assure you, sir, the flawless damned that departed their fathers. Perhaps it would please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomaster dance with two of our company.
No, let the log, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus, and hung himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy, and so it is. Truly and very notably discharged. Let your epilogue alone. The iron tub of midnight hath pulled 12. Sweet lovers to bed, 'tis almost very time. I fear we shall not sleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. The sweet friends to bed.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now it is that time of night that the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite to the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house skip glimmering lights by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this medley after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note, hand in hand with fairy grace, when we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through the house each fairy stray. To the best bright and moonlit, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there creates ever shall be fortunate. So shall couples three ever true and loving be. And with this field to consecrate every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless. And through this house with sweet peace, and the owner of it bless. Ever shall it in safety rest, trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions that appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. and as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now escape the circuit's tongue, shall we make amends ere long, else the puck a liar calls. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.